Good morning, friends. I'm delighted to be this close to you after all this time. I absolutely hold you in my heart, even though I've not been there in person, and many of you have not been there in person either. I know that we're in truth never apart. So, infinite blessings to you as we continue. If you ever want to get in touch with me, you can do so, marthacreek.com. And the email's there, the phone number's there, any sessions or private work with me. I also do all kinds of classes that are at no charge, that are available to you throughout the month if you ever want to do that. So good morning, good morning, good morning. And thank you for what you are about and what you've been doing. And today's topic is about our uniqueness, the word unique. And a little joke is coming up to me. So I believe that joy is our proof that we're in divine presence and divine essence. So maybe this joy will uplift your spirit a little bit too. So, how do you catch a rabbit? Unique up on him. Unique up on him. So, uniqueness. Don't send me any emails about that joke either. So, either have a little giggle about it or let it go. I pulled in writing about this how we are so unique and are often not aware of it. And in reality, there's no other human who is exactly like you. No one. No one. So it's inspired by a writing by Khalil Gibran. And it says, there's no other human who is exactly like you. Your talents, your skills exist in you to change the world. You're unique. There's no other human who is exactly like you. Your talents, your skills exist to change the world, to contribute to the world, to contribute to the future, to change the future. So if you believe New Thought teachings that says God is all that is, there's one power and one presence in all the universe, I am that I am one with that creator, that living, loving presence and spirit, I am that. And then I am creating my experience of reality based on how I'm being with reality, based how I'm being with what is. And through prayer and meditation, we develop and deepen this relationship with one power and one presence. And then we live differently. We express differently. So we put out in the world exactly what we want to see in the world. So Unity's 5 principles. God is, I am, I think that way, I pray that way, I live that way. So then the question is, how are you stepping into this? How are you stepping into this momentous role that you have to contribute uniquely as yourself, as your own skills, your own gifts and talents? So you didn't get the gifts Martha Creek got. Some of you are glad. And I didn't get your gifts. There's gifts that you have that I didn't get. So the power within us, all the power in the universe resides in us utilizing, calling forth, and expressing from the gifts that I got. And you calling forth and expressing and developing, cherishing, devoted to bringing out the gifts that you uniquely have too. So how are you going to do this? How are you going to step into this momentous role to make the contribution to the world that you know is yours to do, that you've known since you were a little kid, that you're here to do something magical. You're here to do something momentous. You're here to do something magnificent. You're here to do something that's absolutely monumental. And who knows what it is? It could be building a building. It could be a piece of art, a piece of music, a song, a book. It could be raising children. It could be seeing a bug on the ground on its back, frailing around and turning that bug over. It could be feeding birds. Each of us, though, here with a calling to fulfill this. And it also brought to mind, now we're on the heels here of Mother's Day, and then coming into Father's Day and this time of Easter and rebirth and resurrection and springing forward. So this very big energy, particularly right now, and coming off of the only pandemic that we have ever lived through ourselves. And certainly our cultures and our people have lived through this and not us. So our first time at taking a turn at this. So each of our ancestors, every one of our ancestors lived, each of our ancestors existed, lived, and died so that you could be born, so that I could be born. So many thousand parts of us. Recorded history since the creation of time, all the ancestors, the lineage of the people before us. So whether yours was a serf in Europe or a native in Africa or the Americas, the Far East, wherever our lineage relates, ties us into, today we're here, sitting in our homes, on our phones, on our tablets, on our computers, listening to talks, listening to music, listening to TV, listening to theater, art, doing art classes, everything. All because those people existed. All because the time before us made possible what we have here today. So can we get a hair excited today that we can then go, whoa, okay, they did their part. Now I'm going to do my part. And then I'm going to then be more alive in being all that I can be, and to be more authentic, and to be more in my uniqueness, whatever that is, knowing that it is of Creator, of God, as God, through God, with God, one with God. So I can be a little, maybe less fearful about it, a lot more intentional about it, to be literally all that I can be, and to see what is inside of me, and that I'm not going to die with my song inside of me. I'm not going to die with the book inside of me. I'm not going to die with these ideas, not expressed, not talked about, not written down, something like that. To do all that you can do with what you have, that I'm going to do all I can do with what I have in place, not what I might have, not what I could have had, should have had, but what I actually have, what I can do from this place right here. And then not to settle for anything less. So then to do this, it's going to require me to make some changes. It's going to make me grow myself up a bit. Maybe you too. So let's see if we can say these things together. And to whatever degree you can muster your 12 powers of will and zeal and imagination, enthusiasm and faith and love and order and renunciation of life, of love, of understanding. So see if you can state some of these important phrases for this willingness to grow ourselves up, willingness to say, I'm not going to ride the coattails of people anymore. I'm going to be the collaborator. I'm going to be the innovator. I'm going to make sane, sensible decisions. And I'm going to make sane, sensible decisions that take me in the direction of my own goals for my life. Like, how do I want to be on the earth? How do I want to be in my relationships? How do I want to be in my neighborhood? How do I want to be in my office? How do I want to be in my ministry? How do I want to be known? So one day we're going to die too. Nobody makes it out alive. And I had to exist for whoever is next to have the experience they have too. So you've heard me say it many times, some of you, that, on Martha Creek's tombstone, it's going to say, here lies Martha, she had issues. Or here lies Martha, she had ideas. Here lies Martha, she was full of drama. Or here lies Martha, she had dreams. and she had determination. Here lies Martha. She complained. Here lies Martha. She made contributions. Complaints or contributions. Dramas or determination. Issues or ideas. So see if some of these could grow you up a little bit today as we say these. So I'm going to speak it and then give a little pause for you to say it together out loud or silently and get a sense of it in your being. I'm willing to change my mind. In light of new information, I have changed my mind. In light of this new information today, I have changed my mind. Change my mind. Change my life. Big deep breath. Now, ready for this one? This one's a little scary because it's so not practiced much. Oh, I guess I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. See if you can say it. Actually, I was wrong. I didn't know what I know now. I didn't know that before. I didn't have the information then that I have now. And I was wrong about it. I could be wrong. Sometimes I am wrong. Pretty often I'm wrong. I guess I was wrong. Big deep breath. Okay, we're crawling out of a new skin. We're crawling out of an old skin to grow a new skin, a new way of being. Let's do a couple more. It appears that I need to rethink. It's appearing that I need to rethink some things. I have new information, and it's clear to me that I need to rethink some things. So I'm going to rethink the consequences of blaming anybody, and I'm going to stop that. And I'm going to see the consequences of blaming myself, and I'm going to stop that. For my own sake, for my spiritual well-being, for my spiritual care. I'm going to rethink things. I'm going to choose again. I'm going to choose differently. So when I get some knucklehead across from me, it'll likely happen today. I'm going to rethink things before I react. I'm going to put a pause in there, a holy pause to rethink things, to say, now hold on, I'm going to respond instead of react. And I'm going to take responsibility for my own emotions. And I'm going to know what belongs to them and what belongs to me. I'm going to be different today. I'm going to be more in my universal Christ consciousness. I'm going to be in the world what I want to see in the world. Sound easy? Let me know. Now, let's do a couple more. I cannot always support my opinion. I don't know why I think what I do. So my opinion is often ungrounded. My opinion is without support, and I still have them. Have you noticed? Lots of opinions. To admit that I have an opinion, but I sometimes don't know what it's founded in. I don't know where it's grounded. But just to admit that is going to loosen the stronghold of some of these opinions. And then occasionally to respond with, oh, we disagree. I see that you think differently than me. I see that you stand in a different place about this. And it's fine. It's fine that we have differences. It's okay that we have differences. They're uncomfortable. They're not fatal unless they become fatal. Our differences. And just because we have differences doesn't mean that we have to differ. I can say, I just don't think the way you think. I have different belief systems than you have. And I'm opening my mind to see that and to see that you think one way and I think another. And it's opened my mind to at least relate to it from that direction. So where does it leave us then? To say, okay, from these new beginnings and our ancestral lineage, that for us to be born, if we were being born today or born again today, 12 previous generations, it's something like 4,000 ancestors over 4,000 years. Long time. Think about how much struggles they had, how they struggled, what they had to navigate, the resilience, the grit, the determination of our ancestors, of the people before us, of the cultures before us. How many battles, difficulties, and no measure of sadness, of the loss, and also no measure of the happiness. Their love stories, their expressions, and how much expression of hope for a future they had. What did your ancestors have to undergo for you to exist in this present moment? What have my ancestors got to undergo for me to exist in this moment? In order for me to be born, to have life, to be in this life. So whoever yours are, whoever all of ours are, I encourage a bow to the ancestors, a bow to the lineage, a bow to what brought us forth, a bow to Creator, a bow to our wise opening mind that knows the truth and that can live from the truth. And to wake up today, to wake up newly today to the absolute certainty that life is longing for itself. Life is longing for itself. And how are you going to express this? How are you going to bring forth your talent, your unique skill, your unique gift to exist in the world so that you're writing whatever's going to be put on your headstone? You're writing that today, and that you exist and that I exist to make change. We live, have our being, we exist to contribute, to innovate, to bring forth our ideas, to be resourceful, resilient, authentic, unique. And my favorite expressions is to live more in gratitude for what I have and what I didn't have to have, and what I've got to do and what I've received, what I've gotten to do, and the resilience, my favorite part of the human spirit, how resilient we are, even in deep loss and deep change and deep despairs and hurts and struggles and disappointments. That's something, life longing for itself, that will get up again and get up again and brush ourselves off and heal and carry on, onward, 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 and upward. So take a pause as we reflect and see what you can take away from this very moment here. That could be a spark, a new spark for you, a rejuvenation, a revitalization, a renewal of your own spirit, and a new idea. I have new information. My mind has changed. I have new information I can see. Amazing grace, amazing grace. I was blind and now I see. I can see sometimes I won't agree with others, that they won't agree with me, and it's okay. I see that we have difference. I see that my mind is open and that it's built to grow and to expand. And wherever you are in your spiritual journey, I fan the flames of the fire of your belly to uplift, to express, to be you, your own unique self, and to be in the world in a way that more and more and more delights you. I bow to you. I honor you. I know who you are. I know what you are. I know how you serve, and I bow to that. I know whose you are too. God is, I am, you are. We think that way. We pray that way. We live that way. Namaste, all blessings, and come see me in some of the classes and hopefully in person before too long. Mwah.